Hi everyone. This video is for someone who is looking for PG CUET entrance examination. So have you just checked out what is the syllabus for this examination? The very first step for preparing for an entrance examination is to have a look on the syllabus. So now let's check out this. The syllabus covers almost 13 topics, so we can look on which all are there. The first one is Introduction to Psychology. The next one is History of Psychology, Schools of Psychology, Biological Basis of Behavior, Learning, Memory, Sensation and Perception, Emotion and Motivation, Intelligence, Personality, Psychological Testing, Lifespan Development, Abnormal and Clinical Psychology, and finally Statistics for Psychology. So let's discuss the first question. So here it is a match the following question. So generally if you are in a classroom setting, you have a lot of time to solve such questions. What happens if you are in entrance examination? We only have a very few minutes. It's almost less than 1 minute we have. So what we will do? So here in this question we have theories of emotion. Suppose if you have already studied the 𝙤𝙬 approach, what we can do? So find out the matching code with the 𝙤𝙬 approach. So among the 4 options here, we have only one option that is right for 𝙤𝙬 approach, that is awareness of bodily response to a situation that leads to an experience of an emotion. So that code is 1. So C is matching with code number 1. Now we can look at the options given below. That is option number 1, 2, 3 and 4. So while looking at these 4 options, we can see that only among this third option, we can see the correct match, that is C, that is corresponding to the first option. So the correct answer is C. Okay. So that is this question's answer. Now we can move on in detail with what all this theories is about. So we have seen 4 important theories in the previous question, like 𝘾𝙐𝙬 approach, Stature and Singer theory, 𝙤𝙬 theory, opponent process approach. So we can start with the first one, 𝙤𝙬 approach. So what does this 𝙤𝙬 approach really means? So according to this theory of emotion, it states that whenever we are feeling a physiological arousal, it will result in an emotional expression or an emotional feeling. So a physiological arousal will result in an emotion. So that is a major concept of 𝙤𝙬 approach. The second one is 𝘾𝙐𝙬 approach. So what does this 𝘾𝙐𝙬 approach means? So it is a first thalamic theory. Like it gives much importance to one of our brain area, that is thalamus. So what is happening is when we are exposed to a particular stimulus, our brain will actually get the signal that we are seeing a particular stimulus. So after we are seeing a stimulus, the brain will send signals to 2 important parts of the brain. The one is thalamus, the other one is autonomic nervous system. So when the signal reaches the thalamus, it is responsible for what? The emotion. Whereas when the signal reaches the autonomic nervous system, it is responsible for what? For the bodily responses. So all these things are happening simultaneously. So according to the 𝘾𝙐𝙬 approach, the physiological arousal and the emotional experience is happening simultaneously. The next theory is Stature and Singer theory. It is otherwise called as 2-factor theory. So according to this 2-factor theory, 2 important factors play a vital role in an emotional expression. Okay, so what are the 2 factors? The one is physiological arousal, the other one is cognitive labeling. So first we will have a physiological arousal when we are seeing a stimulus. So when we are physiologically aroused, we will try to interpret what does this arousal means or why I am having a particular increased heartbeat. So that is cognitive labeling. So both of these factors play a vital role in an emotional expression. Finally, opponent process approach. So what does opponent process approach means? So actually when we are having a feeling, so in order to suppress that emotion, we need to have an opposite emotions to occur. Suppose we are very sad. What happens if that emotion need to be changed? Or what we need to do in order to change that particular emotion? The happiness need to be there. So a particular emotion is suppressed by an opposite emotion. So that is opponent process approach. So hope it is clear for you. So among this question, we have 4 options are there. So among this 4 options, the correct answer is 3. The first one is Cannon-Bart approach. The correct code for A, it is 4. That is, it gives much importance to the thalamus. The other one is B. B is Thatcher and Singer approach. The correct code is 3. Whereas we are feeling an emotional state because of this cognitive labeling and arousal. James Lang approach we have already discussed, and the correct code is 1. Finally, opponent process approach, the correct one is 2. That is, an opposite reaction automatically follows an emotional response. So, in order to suppress an emotional response, in order for changing an emotional response, an opposite emotion need to be there. So, hope it is clear. We can move to the next question. So, the next question is, which of the following are the functions of sympathetic nervous system? Okay, so it is something that is related to physiological psychology. So the options are heartbeat accelerate, digestion slows, pupils widen, lungs constrict. So we have 4 options and we have certain codes that is given A, B, C, D. So there are more than one answer is there for this question. Okay, like A and B only, A and C only, A, B, C, B, C, D. So we have all these options. So we need to select among these. So first we can discuss what is the sympathetic nervous system actually means. So we know that our brain, it is called as the central nervous system. It is a part of central nervous system. So our nervous system can be divided into 2 types. Central nervous system and peripheral nervous system. So the central nervous system, it contains brain and spinal cord, whereas peripheral nervous system, it is again divided into autonomic nervous system and somatic nervous system. The autonomic nervous system, it is again divided into sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous system. So what is the function of these two? They actually function opposite to each other. Like sympathetic nervous system, it is actually very active in a fight or flight state. Whereas parasympathetic nervous system, it is just opposite of it. Like it actually tries to relax us, to say that okay, cool down. That is what the parasympathetic nervous system do. So here the question is, the function of sympathetic nervous system should be determined. So heartbeat accelerate. Normally in a fight or flight state, if you are running from a threat, what will happen? Our heartbeat will accelerate. Then what happens? Our digestion will slow. It will constrict. So the digestion slow. Next is pupil widens, like pupil will dilate. That is the third option. Lungs constrict. It will happen in the case of parasympathetic nervous system. So the correct option is A, B, C. That is the third one is the correct one. We can mark it. So hope it is clear. The answer is 3. That is A, B, C. Our heartbeat will accelerate. Our digestion slows. Finally, the pupil will widen. So that is about the second question. So we can move on to the third one. Okay, so we are going to discuss about a question that is related to the personality chapter. So in this type of question, just look upon, we will be having 2 statements. One will be an assertion, the other will be a reason. So we need to find out whether the second statement, that is a reason, is a correct explanation of the first statement, that is assertion. Okay, so we can read out the 2 statements. The first one is social factors are important in shaping the personality. Obviously, yes, it is correct. The second one is Horney believed that poor relationship with parents lead children to develop maladaptive ways of dealing with relationship. Okay, so we know that Karen Horney has placed important theories that is related to children, and she gave much importance to the relationship with the parents and what happen if they don't prefer a good relationship with children. It will lead to different type of neurosis like basic anxiety and so on. So we can say that both these statements are correct. Okay, then we need to find out whether the reason, that is a R, it is a correct explanation for assertion A. Okay, so we can say that both are correct, but Horney, it is mainly discussing about basic anxiety, whereas social factors in general will be helpful in shaping a personality. So both are correct, but we can't say that the R, it is a correct explanation of A. So that is the correct answer here. We can mark it. So both A and R is correct, but R is not the correct explanation of A. So hope you get a clear picture about the CUET entrance examination model, because the the questions can be very tricky in nature, it can be time consuming in nature. So a lot of efforts is needed in order to crack that examination. Okay, so all the students, you prepare well and all the best for your future. So I hope everyone got a clear idea about what the CUET PG entrance examination really is, and all the best for your exam. Prepare well. And if you're looking for a proper guidance to crack this entrance examination with ease, you can join our team and let's learn together.